Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. The Israelites have been scattered across the four corners of the earth, as prophesied in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Here in Israel United in Christ, we need your help to recover the remnant of our people, teach them the gospel. Please help us, support us, and join or donate to the Booster Club today. Shalom.
We the only team don't play games. Championship rings, need champagne. Babylon can't stop this campaign. Rampage, guess I know why the heathen rage. Cause the guys be bringing it out. This kingdom, we bringing it down. Lost sheep, we'd have been found. Wait until we get a crown. Crown talk, yeah, this that crown talk. Nehemiah don't want to be like Nino Brown now. Cause this that king talk. Real life king talk. Like Solomon, I see things clearly like a greenhouse. The wordplay can't get colorful. The scriptures cutting you the butter too. Not to mention we a living legend, don't know what to do. When a myth is standing right in front of you, you better watch and just take notes. The Father sent a flood, then a rainbow, but his son coming back with fire, so it ain't gonna be no more scapegoats. Let me tell you what the prophecy, unparalleled with the prophecies. Stopping Fritz, bodies in the street. My people property in this monopoly, call it America, where the dreams come true, where nightmares and the demons come too. The sodomite agenda, I don't give a damn if you offended, cause this
What's going on, big brother? I'm coming, brother.
Oh, that's Caesar, ain't it? The fake Christ?
Oh, you know who that is.
Oh, yeah. What's going on, my brother?
That's Caesar right there.
Yeah, that's him?
Uh-huh.
What's his name? Gay Lover, ain't it?
Right, might well be.
Yeah, might well be, yeah. Might well.
Right. So you know a little bit. I'm kind of
I be chilling on the Sabbath, man. I rest on the Sabbath day.
Okay,
y'all rest on the Sabbath?
You know you an Israelite?
Absolutely. 12 tribes of Judah.
12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, Israel.
Judah being one of them, right?
one of the sons. Yeah.
Right. So
Judah.
Okay.
Judah the one in captivity.
Right. Judah, not just Judah.
You think
Levi, Ephraim on down, all of them in captivity.
Okay. So y'all think that the Dominicans and the Republic, y'all think that it's part of the 12 tribes?
We know that they're part of the 12 tribes.
Now that's what I've been curious about, because I always heard that this right here was a lie. That all Jacob's sons were black men. So how did he have Dominicans, the Indians, and the Mexicans? That's the part I don't understand. If you can explain it to me, because Jacob black, I would think the rest of his sons black.
We'll show you. Because the thing about it is, we'll show you. Everybody up until the times of Esau, you know who Esau is, right?
Yeah, Esau and Jacob, yeah, Esau twins.
What color was Esau?
Esau was red.
He came out red. Up until that time,
Edom mean red.
Everybody on the face of the earth was black, or so-called black in color, right? In skin complexion.
Absolutely.
Esau is the first documented person that was another color. Now, the question is, how did everybody else, or how did other people begin to change that color? Because the former Asians, Moab in the Bible, Moab and Ammon, they were black. Indians, not Native Americans, but Arabs, they were black as well. Yeah, but we understand that those not our people, right?
Absolutely.
So when did things change? Give me Hosea chapter 7 and verse 9. You already know.
Bring it up. Watch the book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 9. Verse 9.
Matter of fact, verse 8.
Verse 8. Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people.
So they say Ephraim has mixed himself amongst the people. Now, according to the sign, Ephraim is the so-called Puerto Ricans, right? Now, watch this. We're gonna show you something. What that the slave ship said. Now, remember during the times of Christ, Christ told us what? In Luke 21 and 20. What did he tell the Israelites to do before the siege of Jerusalem in 70 AD? What did he tell them to do?
I don't believe in Christ. I don't.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Because the Christ is an English name. It's not a Hebrew name.
Christ is a title.
Yeah, it is. Let me ask
Christ
you
is a
something.
title. It just means anointed.
Well, let me ask you something. It's just translation for Yahshua. Let me ask you something. If you would have walked up to Mary and Joseph and said, excuse me, what is Christ at? They'd have looked at you like you were crazy, because you know what? Because they was Hebrew-speaking people. They weren't English-speaking people. English is what we learned over here. Our forefathers when they came over in 1619 on a ship called Good Ship Jesus. But they weren't speaking, they were speaking Hebrew.
Real quick, before we leave that, before we get past that, before we get past the first point, because we're going to touch that too.
Okay.
I'm glad you came out so we can have this dialogue as brethren, as men.
That's
all right. So real quick, read Hosea again.
Okay, read it.
Because we still on Ephraim. We still on. How in the hell, if Joseph had not Joseph, but Jacob had all black sons, how did some of them, almost nine of them end up becoming lighter in complexion? That's the discrepancy, right? Read it again.
The book of Hosea, chapter 7 and verse 8. Ephraim, he have mixed himself among the people.
It said Ephraim, according to the sign, the so-called Puerto Ricans, all right, or Hispanic in descent, is what society calls them now. It said he's mixed himself amongst the people. Now, after years of interbreeding, especially during our slavery, during our captivity, we keep mingling with women of a lighter complexion.
We do that.
Men of a lighter complexion.
We do that.
Eventually, the baby's gonna become what? Of a lighter complexion.
That's right.
You understand that? So
absolutely.
that's the reason why. Because our people were carried from this part of Africa, from the west coast of Africa, all the way to the shores of South America, Mexico, the Taino people. All those people are down there, and they started out black. But through the forced rape, all of these different things that happen to our people, their complexion changed from dark to light. You can still go to Mexico with different things now and still get people that's my color, your color, even darker.
You're right.
But that does not mean they different people.
You're
You
right.
understand that?
You're right.
Now,
You're right.
Now let's deal with Christ. All right. First thing is, you said something about language. Give me Psalms 19 and verse 3. All right, because you familiar with the different captivities, the 5 major captivities of our people?
Babylon, American captivity, Egypt captivity. There was 2 more captivity was in. They was in like what, about 5, 6, 7 captivities?
We've actually been in captivity to every nation on the face of the earth.
Absolutely.
But there's 5 major ones.
Well then, which is the
First was the Babylonian captivity. Now we do know about Egypt, but that was before Moshe let us out, right? That was before the laws or the commandments were given to the nation of Israel. Okay, and then after that, it was the Assyrian captivity, which only the northern kingdom of Israel went through. So when we say 5 major captivities, we talk about the 5 that all of the 12 tribes went to. The first one being Babylon. The second one being
Assyria.
No, the Persian Medo captivity. After that, which one? The Greek captivity. When the so-called white man came into power. After the Greek Empire.
So which one took over 70 AD? Was it the Grecian?
The Romans.
The Romans. Yeah,
the Roman captivity. And after the Roman captivity, it's what we in now. The American captivity. It's been the same people since the Romans and the Greeks. All right. So when a people is conquered, do they not learn the language of the conqueror? That's the reason why we know English, right?
Absolutely they do.
So in a sense,
that's right.
That's the reason why you can also say that Christ, which is simply a title that means anointed. Of course, it's not in Hebrew. Jesus is not Hebrew either, but it's just a translation for Joshua. Joshua back in the Old Testament.
That's right.
His name could be Jesus if it was translated into this language. But it's Joshua or Yahshua because there was no J in Hebrew. But watch this. Psalms 19 and 3. We're going to show you. This is why.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 3.
How you doing, my sister?
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. There's no language that our Father does not understand. You understand that?
I agree with that.
We speak English now. We don't speak Hebrew. I know I don't know fluent Hebrew. I don't know Hebrew at all. As a matter of fact, as far as Hebrew goes, the language that the so-called Jewish speak, invented by a man named what's his name, Ben Yehuda or something like that. It's Yiddish.
It's Yiddish. Yeah,
It's Yiddish. It's not pure Hebrew.
No,
Okay,
no.
so we can't get caught up on language. There is no language barrier with our Father. Now, let's show you the Messiah, because we do have a Messiah that's been prophesied since the beginning of the Bible. You understand that? Give me Genesis 49. We're gonna take you through the scripture real quick to show you about Christ. All right, a lot of people don't agree with that name, but Christ only means anointed. That's all it means. God's anointed. That's it. Read.
So you're throwing
The
me
book
off.
of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine,
He said his eyes should be red with wine. Read.
and his teeth white with milk.
And his teeth white with milk, meaning the understanding of the Bible. What are they talking about?
I didn't read it.
Who are they talking about?
They gotta be talking about. They gotta be talking about. They make me up when it comes.
Because they ain't talking about him. We know that. We can agree on that point, right?
No, I ain't talking about him.
It ain't talking about him. So who they talking about?
That's a good. It gotta be talking about. See, me and your beef different. Cause I said I'm gonna tell you who I believe in. I'm gonna tell you who I believe in.
Talk to me.
But you said your belief is Jesus, and my belief is Yahuwah.
Okay.
So if I answer that, I'm gonna say Yahuwah. You're gonna say Jesus. So we're gonna say two different things.
Same thing, right?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Jesus is not Joshua, is not Yahshua, Yahweh.
No.
It's all the same thing, brother. It's all a translation.
No. Go to
Zechariah 3 and 9.
Hey, can I give you a verse to go to?
Hold that.
Can I give you a
Zechariah
verse
3
to
and
go
9.
to?
I want you to listen.
Okay, but I want to give you a verse to go to.
I need you to listen. Zechariah 3 and 9.
The book of Zechariah chapter 3 and verse 9.
Bring it up.
For behold, I will shake my hand upon them, and they
Zephaniah 3:9, excuse me. Zephaniah 3:9, that's it. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 9. We'll get into the language thing just for a second. Just for a second. Zephaniah 3 and 8, start 8.
The book of Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me,
So the Bible says, the Holy Father, the Most High, he says, wait upon me. Read.
upon me, saith the Lord, until the day I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
So it says all the earth is going to be devoured for the fire of his jealousy. Listen, y'all. Check it out. Don't leave on me, all right? He said all the earth is going to be devoured in his jealousy, in his anger. Anger. It's destruction. We can see the destruction coming on the earth right now because we got coronavirus in the earth. That's a new thing. God says he will bring plagues upon the people. And you would know the end would come based on the pestilence, wars, and rumors of wars. And guess what you read about that at? In the book of Matthew, out of the words of the Messiah. But watch what he say. Verse 9.
For then,
after the destruction, after we are set back in our holy land, read.
will I turn to the people a pure language.
What are you going to do?
Turn to the people a pure language.
He's going to turn to us a pure language, but only after this place is destroyed. Read.
That they may call upon the name of the Lord.
But they should do what?
Call upon the name of the Lord.
Then we should call upon the name of the Lord. Read.
To serve him with one consent.
With one consent. Most High already understood. That's not going to be now. The thing about it is, the one thing we need to understand first before we get into names and all these different doctrines is that the one thing that's been said from the beginning to the Bible all the way to the end is that we got to do what as Israelites?
What we got to do? What we got to do with that?
From the beginning of the Bible all the way to the end, what is it that God says our focus should be?
On the statutes, laws, and commandments?
The laws, statutes, and commandments. You got something? Read that.
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 13.
Exactly right, brother.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
What?
Keep his commandments.
You got to fear the Most High and keep his commandments.
Right.
And Yahshua didn't come teaching anything different. Matthew 5 and 17. We'll show you that.
Now you said the right name.
We'll show you that. Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Read that.
The book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 17. Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets.
So what'd he say?
Think not that I have come to destroy the law
fulfill it.
or the prophets. I have not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Because they teach us in the Christian church, modern Christian church, that we don't have to keep God's commandments. And that's what's gotten us in this condition right here that we're in now.
There you go.
We don't know who we are. We don't know our language. We don't know any of these things, right? But what did he say? Read.
Think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets. I'm not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
This is, what's your name, sis?
Lenora.
Lenora? What if I say Lenora has a good name in the community? What does that mean?
Make a name for herself.
She made a name for herself, but she has a good reputation, right? Read Ecclesiastes 7 and 1.
The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 1. A good name is
A what?
a good name
A good name.
is better than precious ointment.
It says a good name is better than precious ointment. That don't mean I got a better name, physical name than you. That means a good reputation. What's the Most High God's reputation? I'm going to show you one. Give me Isaiah 43 and verse 3. When it says I've come in my Father's name, it just means I come sealed by him. He gave me his commandments. He gave me my job to do. And I come in his reputation. My Father said he gonna say to the Israelites, guess what? I'm gonna say to the Israelites too. Read what you got.
The book of Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 3. For I'm the Lord thy God, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Saba for thee.
Hold on, listen. That's right. Y'all both right as far as
Man
that
gave
point
God different
goes.
names.
But
God
this
don't
is
have
the
one
thing.
name. That man come from
This
man.
is the thing. Does God care more about what you call him or what you do for him?
What I do for him, I believe.
That's it.
Yeah.
We get so caught up on the name thing, but God says what? What do we have to do? What you guys see?
But those who know my name shall be saved. Okay?
Isaiah 42 and 8. Isaiah 42 and 8. I'm gonna answer this question right quick, sis, and I'm gonna get back to you. Isaiah 42 and 8, because it says those that say, what you say? Say that again.
That'll be good.
Read that.
The book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 8. I am the Lord, that is my name.
What did he say?
I am the Lord, that is my name.
I am the Lord, that is my name. So guess what? Guess what God's focus is? It's not on what you call him. Throughout the entire Bible, God is called different things. Jealous. He's called El Shaddai, which means terrible and demon-like power. Because he is the Almighty God. It don't matter what you call him if you're not doing this, if you're not keeping his commandments. Give me
But
Matthew.
there's only one name. He didn't say there's
Matthew
only one name
7
that
and
means
21.
what?
Ask a question, just one
Yes.
question.
Go ahead, sis. I'm gonna answer your question just a
We
second.
have all these names, we have all these directions.
Titles.
Wait,
Titles.
got
Lord
that too.
God.
We got it.
How many
Title.
got-
You call it
Hold on,
title.
hold on. Let the sister answer a question.
We got all these names, but at the end of the day, we come from here, but at the end of the day, we all trying to get to this one God.
That's exactly right. Now watch this.
I need to
Because
ask
you're
you
right.
something. I need to ask you
Listen up. I got you. Watch this, sis. You're exactly right. Watch this. Matthew 7 and 21. Let's see what that says.
The book of Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that says unto me, Lord, Lord. Lord, Lord.
Not everybody that says unto me, Lord, Lord, or Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai. Not everybody that says those things to me,
shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
So because you know his name, allegedly know his name, does not mean you're going to get into the kingdom of
I
heaven.
agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Watch, we right on the point, sis. We right on the money. You on the money. Listen, it says, that's what he's saying. It's not about names. You knowing his name is not going to get you into the kingdom. But watch this, sis. Watch this, Sister Lenore. Watch what it say. Let's read the Bible, because we can't do our own talking. That's what has happened. Everybody just been saying their thing and not really saying what the Bible say.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, the will of my Father, which is in heaven, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord.
Because he said many in that day of judgment, everybody gonna be calling on his name, right? Watch this.
Have we not prophesied in thy name?
Didn't we teach the people that your name was this and that in the third read?
And in thy name have cast out devils?
Didn't we cast out devils in the name of Yahweh Shai?
Read. And in thy name done many wonderful works?
Didn't we do many wonderful works in thy name? That's what they're gonna say. But watch what the Messiah gonna say back to them. Read.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew
He
you.
gonna say, get out my face. I ain't never know you. Our people out here, we know God's name, but we not keeping his commandments.
You going to Christianity now?
Revelation 19:13. Everybody say he going to Christianity, but he ain't got no fringes on his shirt.
Right. That's right.
The one true God, the Bible said, well, fringes in the book of Numbers, chapter 15:38. We know the Torah. We know the Torah, whatever you want to call it. And we going to keep it. Read what you got. Revelation chapter 19 and verse 13. Right.
The book of Revelation chapter 19 and verse 13. And he was clothed with a vesture.
So this is the revelation. Revelation is the revealing, right? In Revelation 1 and 1, it says this is the revealing of Jesus Christ. Not this guy, but this guy. Don't even worry about it. He don't even matter. You understand that?
Right.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood.
So he says he was clothed in a vesture, Lenore. Pay attention. He was clothed in a vesture dipped in blood. Why? Because judgment. He's not coming back to give kisses and hugs.
Right.
All the atrocities, all the evil that's done on this earth, you really think he about to let everybody go for that? No. Somebody got to die. Read. That's why it says he has a vesture dipped in blood. Watch this.
And his name is called.
Wait. Matter of fact, go back to verse 12. I want to show you something. I want to show you the hypocrisy of our people. Watch this.
Verse 12. His eyes were the flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns.
He said his eyes are flame of fire because he drank wine in moderation. His first miracle was turning water into wine. And he says on his head was many crowns because he's the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. Read.
And he had a name written.
He did have a name written
that no man knew.
Wait a minute. He said he had a name written that what? Read it again.
No man knew.
Nobody knows his true name.
Right.
So when people come up talking about his name this and his name that, the first thing you want to pay attention to is they keeping his commandments.
Right.
One thing you can clearly see is this right here. He commanded us to wear these as his people.
Right.
That's how I know when I see an Israelite. When people see us, we have our friends on, they be like, shalom, shalom, and all this and that. And I look back at them, they ain't got nothing on. How did they know to say shalom to me? It's because of these. Read.
That no man knew but he himself.
Nobody knew his name except for him. But watch this.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood. And his name is called.
His name is called.
The Word of God.
What's his name?
The Word of God.
His name is the Word of God. So if you're not keeping his word, if you're not doing what the Bible say, guess what? You don't know his name.
That's right.
You understand that, sis? That's the point. That's the whole point we was trying to get at. We didn't want to get into a yelling match or nothing like that, but you see the hypocrisy of our people, right?
I get it.
So now I want to show
That's
you.
what I was telling him. I said, these are clothes that church is purple and gold.
Right.
I get it.
So now I want to show you that you are an Israelite. Can I do that real quick? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Bring it up.
Thank you, Mr. Lord, for your humble spirit. The Most High God is looking for people like you.
Right.
He's looking for sisters like you.
Right.
Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So it says, if thou will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, you be able, bro. I'm gonna be your face. Stick around, bro. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So this is a prophecy given by Moses to the Israelites after they came out of Egypt, part of the Red Sea, and got in the wilderness, right? He said, if you don't listen to God, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
To do all his what?
Commandments.
What did we have? What was the stipulation? We had to do what? His commandments. He said, if we didn't do that, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So we said curses would come upon the Israelites if they did not, if they chose not to keep their God's commandments. Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing, Lord? It's a bad thing. So what we're going to do is now examine these curses and see who they fit in the last days, in these days now. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 46. And they shall be upon thee.
It says they shall be upon thee means the curses. The curse is going to be upon the Israelites.
For a sign.
For a sign. What does a sign do? It warns you what else?
What we gonna do?
Like I'm looking at this sign right here. It say McDowell Wine and Liquor. It just said it on there for a change. It just what they tell me that this must be where that is. So in the same way, God said his curses would show who his chosen people are. Those will be the signs you look at to see who God's chosen people, who fits the curses mentioned that he said would happen if they didn't keep his commandments. You understand? So let's look at one of them. Deuteronomy 28 verse 16. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
So it says his people will be cursed in the city. Read.
Cursed shall thou be in the field.
And cursed they were going to be in the field. Cursed in the city, I mean they would live in some of the worst places in the world, no matter where you go. If you want to find God's chosen people, come to the rundown area. Come to the hood, come to the projects, come to where the house is boarded up. You see what I'm saying? No matter where you go on the face of the earth, if you come to neighborhoods like this and you see things like that, who predominantly inhabits those areas, Sister Lenore? Our people. And then it says, cursed shalt thou be in the field. I want to show you something. You see that right there? It said, cursed shalt thou be in the field. What do people doing at the They in the field. They in the cotton field. Don't that sound like a curse? To be working for hours, 20 plus hours, for nothing.
Right.
Nothing at all. Getting your back beat in. Your children having to go to work as soon as they become of age.
Right.
For nothing, with nothing to show for it. Ain't no 40 acres in a mule. I can't even get a free cotton shirt, and my people pick pounds upon pounds of cotton and made this place what it is. That's a curse. God said that what happened to the Israelites, that happened to us. Who does that make us?
The chosen ones.
That makes us the chosen ones. That makes us the Israelites.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.